you know, we just bust into this pastor's office, really masturbating in front of his children. Me is, it made me doubt God. It was there to kill my faith.
Look at me. Tell me what you see. See, I am like
and
a
yeah,
tree.
This neighbor telling me, you know, it's a game, and it's just a game. And after that, I remember he gave me like some sweets and stuff, and yeah. But yeah, so anyways, I could get over it, kind of, like I thought I could get over it. But you know, a lot of things happen. I can't really say everything in detail, but just to give you a little idea. And the third one happened. So I was still at this auntie's place, and she lived in like a church environment. So they call it Select Church. It's like a white garment church. So she lived, like, her basement or apartment was part of this church thing. So it was fun because there's so many kids, and again, we could play together. I loved playing as a child, of course, you know. And I remember this scenario where, you know, the kids came for the service, or what type of, you know, Bible studies, or I don't know what it was. I wasn't attending the church. I think my auntie wasn't attending the church either. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. But I know for sure my mom wasn't attending the church. So yeah, so I was playing with this kid. We just bust into this pastor's office, and I just remember this picture of this pastor sitting there on the chair, you know, and his children are playing around him, and he is literally masturbating in front of his children. And then I bust in because I was looking for one, you know, we're just playing and whatever. I bust in and I see these children playing. He was carrying one on his lap and then just put her down. I don't know what happened before that. Do you understand? And I come in and the door is closed behind me. It's not locked, but it's just closed. And he tells me to come and sit on his lap. He invites me, like, come and sit on my lap. And on his desk, they're like crackers. Like, I didn't like them at that time. They were like salty biscuits, and I didn't like them. And he was inviting me to come and get this salty biscuit, and I was like, no. And he was telling me to come and sit on his lap, and I was seeing his private area. You know, I was seeing his thing, you know, his pants were open. And I mean, it wasn't new to me. I already knew that because I mean, I've already been molested 2 times. But I was like, no, I don't want to. So in my mind, I was like, no. And besides that, I don't like the crackers anyways. So I just hear a voice calling me. I think somebody was calling me. I wasn't sure, but I hear a voice calling me. And in that minute, I ran out of the room. I said, you know, no. I just say no, thank you, and I just ran out of the room because I thought my auntie was calling me or something. And yeah, so since then, nothing ever happened again. I didn't see the pastor again. And I think my auntie moved out of that basement and from that church and moved to another place. Yeah. So that is the story of the damage. And the reason why I'm telling you these 3 particular scenarios, okay, is because I have seen how later on, not in that time, while I was in Nigeria, everything was still kind of good. You know, my childhood was not only terrible in Nigeria. I actually remember more good stuff of Nigeria than bad stuff. But after experiencing this, I remember having a lot of nightmares after this molestation from this neighbor. After these experiences, I started having nightmares, really crazy nightmares, the age of 6 and 5. And I was scared of the dark, pretty scared of darkness. During the day everything was cool, but I didn't want it to. I was scared to sleep. But luckily, I shared the same bed with my mom, so it made it easier for me. But I was pretty scared of the dark and sleeping. Like, I couldn't really enjoy my sleep, honestly, as a child. Yeah, so this experience was meant. Let me go back to the pastor, or to the priest, or whoever that was about to molest me. Thank God it didn't happen. But that experience followed me until I was 23. Until I met Christ. Because what it did to me is it made me doubt God. It was there to kill my faith. I really never believed a word pastors will say or prophets will say. Like, to me, it was just all rubbish. And that is what an impact that was the thing that experience did to me. And also to my cousin, I think later on, when I started understanding what sex was, maybe at the age of 9, 10, I started understanding what really happened. I started to live in shame and guilt. I started to feel this disgust. I was disgusted about myself. I was disgusted knowing that what I have done. I mean, I didn't do it, but at that moment I was blaming myself. Shame. And what it also did was I had to turn off, like, some certain men, black men, turned me off because of that experience. So, and also because of that experience, sexually I was more advanced than other people in my age. Like, I already understood a lot at the age of 9. I was already very grown at the age of 9, 10. So just fast forwarding, yeah. So and it took away my innocence. It took away my innocence in that area of, boys. So your desires for sex grow. So you have been exposed to it too early, and what it does to you is that you, as a child, you start touching yourself. And it was like I was so ashamed, but it was like I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop, and it was so, and I couldn't speak to anybody about it. And I mean, now I have spoken to my family, my mom, about it. I can speak about it very openly and boldly now, because I know I'm not the only one, that have gone through something like that. There's quite a lot of people, and people don't know how to deal with situations like that. Even family, mothers, And it happens a lot, especially among family members. And I think these are things that we need to start talking about. We need to start talking about these things, because people are getting damaged. It's damaging people. It's damaging the mental health of people, and taking away the happiness of people. And these are childhood traumas that will follow you till you turn 80 years old, if you do not address it, if you do not face it, and if you do not get the healing that you need. But yeah, I'm going to continue talking on second part of the video. I'm going to talk about coming to Germany at the age of 8 actually. So coming to Germany, from Nigeria coming to Germany, I'm going to talk to you about, you know, the transition, how everything went with my dad, how it was growing up in Germany as a black girl. So thank you guys for listening, and see ya on my next video. Bye.